And now, it's Booze News Tonight, featuring your hosts, the Social Distance Drinking Club. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam, Brett, and Yusuf.
Wait, it's Booze News Tonight, and all four of us are here.
That's news in itself right there.
Wait for it. It's a beverage going into my mouth hole.
Hey, happy not Ramadan?
I'm probably already breaking some rule that someone will yell at me about.
I like that, Ledford. I like Ramadan.
Ramadan is where we're at. Mom, I'm very sorry.
You're done with Ramadan, and the first thing you put in your mouth is a goddamn seltzer?
Well, I wanted water. I was fasting all day. Can you not hurt my feelings? It was either that or a Coors Light, and, well, I had one of these sitting in the fridge I haven't touched in 30 days.
Okay, so real talk. When like the sun's going down, is there like a New Year's Eve style countdown to where like the sun slips below the horizon and everybody's just like ready with like whatever their favorite spirit or food item on the last day?
Probably. I mean, the real celebration is that you get to wake up tomorrow and the sun's up and you can eat and drink. So, what's that?
Like your eating schedule, like when the sun comes up, I can eat my breakfast. I'm pretty confident whenever you eat, the sun's been up for hours. No matter Ramadan or not.
I'm not the authority here because you guys know that I am not observing in the way that I probably should be. So with that being said, as the resident Muslim in the group, welcome to the Social Distance Drinking Club. It's great to have you guys. I'm the Muslim, he's the Jew, and I think those guys are definitely Christians.
I may be a little Jewish, guys. I did tell you that. I did. So the All of Us program, which is like the big study that Arizona's trying to do, get like 1 million people. They had a see your ancestry kind of component, and here's what I don't know, and maybe you guys can say. Like, I'm all up in Europe. Like, I'm just like every kind of white European nation, but they're like, and perhaps some Jewish. And I was like, cool. But like, I don't know if that means anything, or do they say that for every single person who has like Western European ancestry?
Are you saying like Jews are the Labradors of the human world? Is that
they're coming out of the trees, man?
Like that everybody has some Jew in them? Just like every mixed dog is a lab?
I feel like this conversation is something we shouldn't have this week. What do I know?
Wait, are we not doing Jews news?
No, that channel is not on this station. For a myriad of reasons.
Let's move on. What's everybody drinking?
Moving on, yes. Yes.
I was going to just say the Facebook algorithms just picked up Jews News Tonight and flagged us as a potential hate site.
At this point, we're going to get 100,000 new followers, and it's just going to be people complaining and arguing with each other. And I'm okay with it. Please go for it.
Why is Turning Point USA following us now? This is weird.
No idea. Haaretz is following us? Even better.
I mean, all I know is we got retweeted by or added by everybody on Parler overnight.
They did bring back Parler, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a real thing? Is it back?
I think so.
Okay. It's just I have an Android phone, so it's a communist phone. It doesn't connect to Parler. It doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work.
Because you tried?
No, because my phone is smarter than that.
That's like the don't drunk text like limiting button that everybody wants in their phone. Yours is just smart enough not to go to Parler like automatically. I like it.
Are you sure you want to download Parler? Really? Have you seen yourself? Do you want to download Parler? You don't want to download Parler? Stop.
Scroll through this 500-page document and agree.
I didn't know Droid phones had Clippy version 2.0, where it says, "Are you sure you want to be a racist?"
If a paperclip popped up in the middle of your screen and said, "Are you sure?"
Are you sure you hate and love your government that much at the same time?
With that being said, thank you guys for joining us. It's a Booze News episode, but first and foremost, on every episode we ask what you guys are drinking. We're kind of a little scattered today. I've got Ledford over here. I'm not used to it. But I like it. It's different. You know what? It's feng shui. It's like rearranging the furniture in your home. Are we doing it? Are we doing a fist bump? An on-screen fist bump?
Oh, now I messed it up.
No, it's long.
Nice. Nailed it.
Mr. Ledford, what are you drinking?
Guys, I'm real excited. Keystone Light is back! Yeah, baby. I am pulling out the boot for this one. You know how we do. I'm so excited. It's my favorite light beer of all time. I'm not getting paid for this, but I should be. Weedy, I'm looking at you. Marsha, Matt, let's go.
Chug, 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 chug. Everybody help me out on this one. Chug, chug.
Chug,
Don't forget about the bubble.
chug.
Turn the boot. Turn the boot. Turn the boot.
You've seen Beer Fest. You're part Jewish now. You know what to do.
Yes.
Gotta love that beer.
Worth it. Totally worth it.
Love that
Oh,
beer.
yeah.
Like, just to do
Well,
it.
from Adam to Adam, Mr. Green, what do you got?
Yeah, I owe you guys an apology. A friend of mine sent this to me from Michigan, drafting table. Mean Vanilla Bean. I heard these guys are really good from our friend Dustin Roberts, and he's not lying. This is delicious. This is from Michigan, and now it's going in my belly.
Chug.
It's a 15% ABV. I ain't chugging this.
Hey, we've all done it at least once.
I regretted that. I chugged a Bourbon County one time, and it was 12 ounce back in the day. Not one of my finer after moments.
Didn't you take down like half of a bomber on the show once too?
Yes, I did.
Take down half a bomber, a name of a beer that should have Reagan's name on the back of it. But anyways.
Timely.
Brett Barry, what you got?
I didn't give you a booze news story tonight, but I do have some booze news personally in that I got a delivery of non-distro stuff from our friend Ty. So I have Civil Society 5th Anniversary Triple IPA.
Ooh,
Wow.
fancy.
I feel unimportant at this point. I guess I'll just tell you guys what I have.
Flex on your seltzer.
Hey, this one's actually new. I've never had this one before. It's called Cacti.
Oh, you didn't.
A friend of mine brought it to me as like a congratulations, you can have a beverage this evening. And it is an agave spiked seltzer. And I have been in agave kicks since I went to Oaxaca. You can hit me with the privilege check now or later.
I'm looking for it, actually. Who can get it quickly?
Just type it. You'll be fine. But yes. But this one is strawberry, and I normally wouldn't have gone for a strawberry seltzer. Also, not going to lie, Cacti, call me, because I'm off the Truly gang at this point. This is good. This is
You know whose brand that is, right?
Should I know?
You should know. That is the Travis Scott Hype Train seltzer to appeal to all the high school kids who listen to Travis Scott music.
Why? No, I'm sorry. First of all, we don't condone underage drinking. And second of all, why the hell should it appeal to high school kids? I don't know.
This is Travis Scott. Like he sings to 17-year-olds. I mean, I think that's
Things.
Wait, did I say R. Kelly? No, Travis Scott. No, it is 100% designed to go straight to the youngest legal demographic.
Okay, well that explains why it's 7% compared to the 4 or 5 of most seltzers. So
Yes.
we're towing the line on questionably too high for an easy to drink beverage.
Because a can of Four Loko is
What you're saying
too
is-
big to smuggle in your backpack.
So what you're saying is Yusuf is drinking the vape pen of seltzers.
That is the jewel pod of seltzers. And it's even strawberry flavor. Oh my God. Yusuf, you are the youngest of us, are you not?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but if you guys don't mind, I'm going to need to yeet Me this way.
Let me yeet this can since I already checked.
I can eat this can too.
By the way, guys, really quick, like maybe you saw it on the video. Go back and watch around this moment. I forget how far are we in this show? About 10 minutes or so. Because it looked like when Yusuf, when he did the vape and then he went to grab his seltzer, it looked like there was a random hand handing, like giving it to him. It was fantastic. Like
Hopefully,
just
it was
random
only,
arms handing him a beer.
hopefully,
Like,
it was
you have to
only
go back and watch
guys.
that.
Oh man! If you're watching, tell us what you're drinking tonight. We're about to shift over to a little bit of booze news. We've got some fun stuff. First and foremost, obviously, you guys know we're all craft beer fans. It's not a surprise nor a secret, but it is Craft Beer Week. Indeed, it is Craft Beer Week. What does that mean?
Hey.
What does that mean? What does that mean, American Craft Beer Week? Because I'm so used to seeing things that are like, hey, it's National Eat a Hamburger Day. It's International Post a Picture of Your Dog Day. What is American Craft Beer Week?
It's supported by Untapped, so I think I got to check into my beer right now on Untapped. Hold on.
You should definitely do that because you get a sexy badge for American Craft Beer Week. No, but Brewers Association works really hard for lobbying. They do a lot of craft beer awareness. It's the voice of American craft beer. Like that is the sole purpose of that organization. And so American Craft Beer Week, you know, different states do their things. Like we have Arizona Craft Beer Week. It's usually capped off by Strong Beer Fest. We know that this year that took a big pause, but this is just kind of the national version of that. I see more like major cities sometimes will take advantage of that and do some promotions, but a lot of times, like, I mean, in a strong beer state like Arizona, especially how strong we've become over the last like 5 to 7 years, it's less of a thing because we have such a good Arizona Craft Beer Week. I kind of thought we might see a little bit more traction with American Craft Beer Week because a lot of bars are open that maybe weren't in February. But I haven't seen too many events. You know, folks who are watching tonight, if you know of anything going on, post it up in the comments.
Indeed. And I was thinking we're going to start seeing some announcements of festivals soon. I think something has been announced here in Arizona that's official, right? Is that actually happening? Are we having a beer festival this summer?
I think Flagstaff, I think Made in the Shade is trying to do a thing, but it's very limited.
Okay. I thought Made in the Shade was a no-go for some reason. But maybe not.
There have been a couple of small festivals, like just really well curated, tickets sold ahead of time down here in Tucson. Borderlands did one for their 10th anniversary. That was very cool. We stopped out for that. Button did one, I think, also around their anniversary. I think Moto Sonora, maybe Fire Truck, a few different people, or especially ones with big outside gathering areas, are taking advantage of that and just trying to put some stuff together. So we're creeping back. We're creeping back. It's like small venue concerts.
This close. This close. Go get vaccinated.
Get vaccinated. God damn it.
I did see, and you're right, by the way, I did see that down in Sonoyta, especially with our friend James from Rune and our friends at Dos Cabezas, et cetera, down in Sonoyta, they did do like a Taste of Sonoyta street festival, essentially, on the road that all the vineyards were on, where you could pop in and out of those. And they had food trucks and all that kind of thing going on. So there's stuff. We're getting there. We're definitely getting there. I'm excited. I just want to get out of my house and go out somewhere where there's actually something going on.
Hey, Yusuf, I purchased my first new concert ticket for the fall in Phoenix. So I'm pretty hyped about that. And there's a couple others that are intriguing.
What is it?
The first one I got was for Julian Baker, who is an indie female artist that I really, really, really love. So I'm super excited about that.
That's essentially booze news, Brett. That is. You get to go to a concert, have a drink, surrounded with other people around you. Like that's big news.
I mean, we were talking about Travis Scott. You know, I was at a concert where Travis Scott opened for Kendrick Lamar, and Travis Scott flew around on a giant eagle rapping, and I had a great time. And you could smell the weed from the farthest parking spot outdoors in Glendale.
We're gonna take a pause on the line of stories right now because I want to talk about concerts for a second because I think that this is something that everyone has been thinking about. I miss live music. I know you guys do as performers, and Adam Green plays an amazing pizza box. So I miss it, but I bought a ticket too. But I bought a ticket to see Mark Ribier at the Van Buren. So,
Yusuf, it's Mark Rippon, and he was the quarterback for the Washington when they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Mark Rippon.
That's definitely the guy who wrote the song "Fuck This Shit, I'm Out."
Adam's really going after that, like the cacti seltzer, really going after that coveted 17-year-old to 18-year-old demographic with a Mark Rippon reference.
We're not going for that demographic. They shouldn't be drinking. We established that, Brett. Come on.
Mark ripping that bong, am I right?
I'm really enjoying our last episode.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam, we have viewer on Twitch. They're probably young.
It's viewer 712. I don't know what AOL is.com. Like that's all it is.
Turns out the opposite of a sponsorship is just getting sued. Who knew?
That'll get you popular though.
That's true.
I mean, it worked for the guy who made the EpiPen $6,000. So I mean, I'm in.
Good point.
Anybody else buy a concert ticket?
I committed to go to see Lord Huron in October in Phoenix.
All right.
Didn't have any old football players for that one. Sorry.
I was contemplating getting tickets for that. If I know you're going, that makes me more inclined to go because I've seen them more time too. You
should get tickets because I have never seen a show at the Van Buren, so I am like beyond excited to do both of those things.
And it's a great venue. It's a lot of fun. I saw I can't remember what the last show I saw there, but I think it was Saint Motel.
Ooh, nice.
It was either Saint Motel or 311, and I'm really hoping it was Saint Motel because you guys are going to judge me that I said 311.
I listened to a lot of 311, but
hold on, let me grab my vape real quick. 311. So
yeah, for sure. Rip on that thing. No,
it's a safe space now. You can talk about the bands you like that were popular. All right.
Gary has excused himself from this.
No, I asked him to leave on my own. I did that because it's a safe space. You can like 311 now.
Instead of distance, it's more like pardoned.
Oh man.
It's like, no, I'm still out. Forget that.
Hey guys. Speaking of things that are radioactive. Holy shit, did you know that there is the Chernobyl Spirit Company? Turns out it's just you and I now because these guys have completely excused themselves from this conversation.
That got weird.
It did, but it is hilarious. And it is true. Yes.
I came back because I was concerned after the 311 comment when you mentioned radioactive. You were going to go to what's that shitty band that made this?
It's Imagine Dragons. Don't pretend like you don't know.
Nope.
It's definitely Imagine Dragons. You know that.
Hard negative. I don't even know who those are. What dragons? Is this Lord of the Rings? Game of Thrones? What are we talking about?
Go have a seltzer and smoke your vape pen. Like you don't know Imagine Dragons. Anyway,
with that being said, does the name the Chernobyl Spirit Company sound like something you would dive into?
It sounds like I watched that show Chernobyl when it was on, like at the beginning of the pandemic or before the pandemic. It all blurs together, and I feel like the spirit of Chernobyl, like it's just like all the people who died.
Well, you've made it even more depressing than it should be. But the Chernobyl Spirit Company is a company that announced this spirit being made with fruits that were actually growing in the exclusion area around Chernobyl. The parts of Chernobyl or outside of Chernobyl that were abandoned, basically people were still living there. There's still people living there right now, but for the most part, people have left, but they have promised that it is not radioactive. However, we won't be seeing it because the Chernobyl Spirit Company has had their entire shipment seized of this delicious apple spirit. on its way out of Ukraine. And not for the reason you would think. You would assume that it was seized because of the fact that they just went plucking apples in a radioactive area. No, the Ukrainian government seized it in Kiev, claiming that they did not pay the excise tax for the stamp on the bottle. However, it was meant only for sale outside of the country, and it was being sent to the UK, and they had already paid a tax on it to send it to the UK for exportation to the UK. But no atomic spirits for us. I would drink it. I don't know about you guys, but I would drink it.
Is it funny or sad that apples have mutated into frumples on the label?
I mean, there are frumples.
I think that's hilarious.
Because what happens when you type frumples into the internet, I have no idea, by the way, I'm checking right now, is you get made from apples. That's exactly what Google completely autocorrected it to. It's made from apples. But
all right, Pornhub content creation crew, you have a ripe topic, frumples. It's there for the taking.
Let's not type frumples into Pornhub and find out what happens.
Oh, I was going to say though, it's a little weird to eat, drink something that was made from apples that had arms and legs growing from them. So I would, it would be a little uncomfortable.
I mean,
fair enough.
I find it interesting that they guaranteed that it's not radioactive, but then it also guarantees that it's going to make your teeth wider than they've ever been in your entire life when you drink it.
Well, and also, Jeff Cooley says almost undetectable levels still sounds like too much.
but if you spill it all over your hot tub, will it then take you back in time?
Hey, guys. Almost Undetectable Levels is a fantastic beer name, or a name for a cocktail made with this booze. Or if you really want to go crazy, have it be a dirty bomb. Take a shot.
I agree with Jeff because, imagine if you had a breakfast cereal that said almost undetectable levels of feces.
or Cinnamon Toast Crunch that said almost undetectable levels of shrimp.
But when it comes to radiation, though, there's a chance, though, guys, if you get a little bit of radiation, you might turn into a superhero.
Yeah.
Now you're making the drink sound more appealing at this point. It's exciting.
Yeah. Also, all those almost undetectable levels jokes, don't go look at how many parts per million of bug parts can go into those cereals you're talking about by legal standards. You won't like what you find.
I think that was General Mills' defense on the shrimp in a Cinnamon Toast Crunch box. It was one insect, but the shrimp are large.
on average, there are 0 shrimp tails per 1,000 boxes. Can we focus on the big picture, please?
All right, but hold on. Let's look at this label again real quick. It definitely says that it's made in Ukrainian villages for many centuries as, quote, moonshine, is a small batch distillate made frumples, grown in regions affected by the 1986 Chernobyl accident. Fruits grown in many areas are now safe to consume. Thank you for clarifying, Atomic Spirits. But I mean, but there is something very nice here that I'm trying to find, and I haven't been able to find it because apparently they are donating some of the proceeds from this to people affected that still live in that area, etc., that they're buying the fruit from. Regardless, I'm in on almost undetectable levels as a name for a cocktail made with that. So, Atomic.
I'm still tripping on the fact that they sidestep their responsibility because they're many fruits grown from some areas are safe. They didn't say this area. You get you a Washington apple, no radiation.
It's mostly safe. Listen. When was the last time you ate a frumple? Did you have a bad frumple? Did the frumple make you sick?
Adam Ledford, where are the juiciest frumples from?
I'm gonna go with Pornhub.
You guys have no sense of adventure. I think we did Whiskey Wednesday, and we talked about how we have to adjust to a beverage that's killing us. It's poison. what's so different about that? You know, at least we know going in, it's up front. Those frumples might be from an area that were like tainted with radiation. You know what? Whatever.
Join us on next week's episode where we get $5 flights to Kiev and tell you about Truffles in person.
I like that we're getting called out by Adam won't chug a half of a 15% beer green about not being adventurous.
That wasn't the main reason. I was trying to be nice. It's delicious, and I want to enjoy it like slowly in front of all you guys because you don't get to drink it.
I don't think that's the point. I mean, usually people don't torture others, but well, again, like I said at the beginning of the show, we should avoid this topic.
Let's move on again. Let's continue to move on.
Next story.
It's totally fine. But hey,
next story.
Coming off of radioactive beverages, the next thing would be the opposite of radioactive beverage because, shit, it won't even get you drunk. We've got a non-alcoholic beverage being made by Dogfish Head. Adam Green, tell us more.
Yeah, why are they doing this?
Because of that. It is a collaboration with the Nature Conservancy, right?
Yeah, they wanted to do something for like a lot of people. It's more like hiking. They wanted a beverage that people can enjoy when they go out in nature and enjoy everything. So like, we're going to make a non-alcoholic beverage. And we credit Dogfish that they make all crazy stuff anyway. So why not make something that doesn't have alcohol in it? But it does have some charity aspects to it. And they just want something that would be like refreshing for someone coming off of a hike or during a hike, I guess. And that way you don't have to worry about making it back, because there's no alcohol in it. So, not a bad idea necessarily.
I'm only curious what happens when I do this, and now it looks way better.
I see your non-alcoholic beverage with a 50% alcoholic beverage.
Chug.
Done deal. Guys, forgive us for all the fun, but hey, it's been a while since we've all had a chance to have a drink together, and here we are.
So I'm gonna back up Adam Green a little bit because every time I see an NA beer, I just read it as nah. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. So here's my thing. Like when you do a partnership, like even a larger, big small brewery like Dogfish Head, like when you do that, like generally you're doing like a portion of the proceeds or something like that, like, right? It's like a profit sharing thing, and you're like, oh, this will be great, and there's exposure and everything, but like there's just not a lot of margin in beer, so there's no way that any beer that's like a partnership beer is going to generate that much money. Like if it's an NA beer, just save the money and cut a check to the Nature Conservancy, and everybody wins. I don't want a strawberry limeade non-alcoholic seltzer jewel pod. Like just give them a check. Like it's fine.
Well, you know what this beer has in it? Like, do we call it a beer? Like, does beer have to have alcohol in it? I'm not sure what the definition is, but the ingredients are lemon puree, blueberry juice, acai berries, monk fruit, sea salt, and Hopsteiner hop pellets. It's a mess.
Hard pass. Hard pass on a soft seltzer.
I mean, I like a hard seltzer, but no, if it ain't doing it. Guys, at the risk of this becoming a soundbite, I like them if they're hard.
You know how I like my frumples?
Come on, Dogfish Head, add frumples to your next version. You cowards.
I need to add like a constant running ticker that just says every single drink name we come up with is copyright this mess that you're watching right now. All right, look, I'm gonna say I will gladly try Lemon Quest because you guys gave me a hard time last year during Ramadan when I did the show and took those 30 days off of drinking. But I was trying a bunch of non-alcoholic beverages, if you guys remember. I had the hop teas that I picked up. I drank a ton of the hop waters, right? And those were amazing just because it was hoppy and it was seltzer and it was 0 calories. It was great. Felt good after a big meal. So I'll try it. If nobody else wants to, I'll throw myself on this particular sword. It looks friendly because the sword happens to have a lemon and a kind of dogfish looking thing. So there you go. I'm in.
All right, now we go through our best quests. Galaxy Quest.
Sea Quest.
Seltzer Quest. Pay attention, guys. We're going to make a video game called Seltzer Quest where you play Chad, the bro. And you have to make it through Old Town without getting hit by a golf cart as you try to find seltzers.
You have to wade through a sea of Karens to get to your one true Betty.
And watch out for that manager.
I don't think I'm going to pay. I don't think I want to play that video game either.
Wait, no, hold on a second, because I got to digress here for a second. Does nobody remember Chex Quest from Chex cereal?
No.
Oh my God. All right. But quick 10-second story. When people were playing like Doom on Windows 95, Chex cereal put a freaking floppy disk or whatever in the cereal box, and you could pop it in and play this game called Chex Quest, where you were a guy that was a Chex cereal piece with a goop gun running around a weird alien world. It was dumb. But I'm just saying, Chad Quest sounds great.
I was gonna say Seltzer Quest sounds better. I would play that game.
Way better.
Though I'm guessing the final boss is hard to beat because it's syphilis.
It's okay if you.
So what I was about to say still stands true. Seltzer Quest is the same thing as Duke Nukem. Yes.
but with a goop gun.
It was, yeah, I don't know why the goop was green. I have no idea.
Because if it was white, they would have gotten sued.
Not in this day and age.
Hey, man, yeah.
Just be a third party member.
They don't want to juice that frumple.
And with that being said, I'm vaccinated. Adam, Ledford, you're vaccinated. Green. Barry.
I was the first one vaccinated.
We've all taken our shots.
Strong flex, Barry.
We've all taken our shots, but it turns out you can get more than just some sort of semi-immunity to COVID. Tell us more, Mr. Green.
Yeah, I don't know the best way to approach this, but, it's been tough for everyone to be convinced to go get vaccinated. So a lot of places are offering, incentives because apparently getting vaccinated against COVID-19 and not dying from the damn virus is not enough for people. So there's places that are doing things for that. You have Krispy Kreme is offering donuts. Budweiser's offering Budweiser. That's not much of an incentive in my opinion. But there's all these different places that are offering like beer for a shot. This is really a weird setting for me. I can take this. I forget. Was it Chris Murphy? Was he the governor somewhere? Or who's that one? There we go. This right there. A lot of these breweries are involved in this, where if you get vaccinated and you have proof of getting vaccinated, they will give you a free beer, which should not be an incentive, but I guess it is. It's worked, and I wonder if I could just retroactively go get that beer because I'm not a child who needed a beer to get a vaccine, but still.
Krispy Kreme is apparently letting you go every single day, even after you've had your shot, and get a donut. Every day for the rest of the year, they have committed to it that you can just show up there and get a free donut. I don't know why Krispy Kreme is trying to give us diabetes, but I assume there's a reason.
There's no vaccine for diabetes.
No, there definitely isn't. Other than Wilford Brimley's, videos telling you about your diabetes, which won't help. They'll just scare you.
Guys, we have returning awesome guests who are.
Hold on. Should we?
It's Cynthia. She's back, folks.
I want to.
Two. Holy crap!
I'm gonna take my glasses off for this because Cynthia and I are friends on the Book of Faces. I'd like to congratulate her on the birth of her child. She just had a baby, I think, last week. So congratulations, Cynthia.
Congratulations. What are you drinking, Cynthia?
Yeah, what are you drinking? 9 months is that's like 9 Ramadans.
Up, man.
I wonder, like, if you had to wait 9 months to drink a beer or just an alcoholic beverage, like, you'd feel like the first one you do would be huge, right? You want to plan that, make it like a special beverage. I wonder what it would be. Like, or what do you like the first thing you could find? You're drinking that. Like, what would be the 9 months of sobriety? The first thing you drink?
I don't know.
I'll say like Julie didn't like stand on any ceremony. She was just like, I want an IPA. I would like an IPA. Thank you very much. Like, she did not care at that point because she had been so good.
Well, the answer is here. She was quick to answer. Cynthia, aka Cynthia, said it's been 3 weeks actually. So it has been 3 weeks since she's had her baby. And again, congratulations. She's drinking a boysenberry sour, and yes, I'm sure it has been way too long.
What?
I mean,
Her first beverage was a margarita.
oh, it's gone. The margarita's gone.
That's a party.
Hey, Cynthia, can you chime in and say you at least had a seltzer at some point this week and help me out? I need some backup.
Don't lie, Cynthia.
Well, the other thing that we saw here, Adam, and I don't know if you really touched on it, but I wanted to say that I thought it was interesting, obviously, because we're in Arizona, it probably would have put people in a precarious position. But it was interesting to see all of these different breweries where were they at? Because you'd sent this to me.
They're back east.
Out in the East Coast, that all were on a list. And I think if somebody had done that here and everybody agreed to it, it probably would have become this stupid debate. But also, I would have been happy about it.
We're getting drunk today on vaccine. Phil Murphy, the governor who tweeted that out, the Garden State, that's Jersey, right? That's New Jersey. And like, it's kind of one of those things where, like, it shouldn't be necessary. It's a fun little bonus, but also, like, why do you need a beer to get a vaccine? Just go get vaccinated, people. It's good.
Oh, Jeff Cooley with the comment here. Somebody read that one out.
So it says, guys, I have to go soon. I want to say thank you. I started working at a bar with a lot of craft beer, knowing nothing about it. I find myself repeating stuff I hear you guys say all the time, like IBUs and stuff. I think that means we have to shut the show down if we actually have like actual worth in the community.
I'm sorry, but Jeff Cooley, shout out to you. You may have come up with a great beer name. IBUs and stuff.
Ooh, I like
it.
it.
You guys, when someone orders like the $8 beer and Jeff's like, privilege check. Then we know we have issues.
I want to know where Jeff is working, though, so we can make a beer called IBUs and stuff and make sure it gets into his hands.
Also, I think we need to apologize to Jeff because now every one of his customers thinks he's a pretentious dick when it comes to craft beer.
Yeah, this beer's got IBUs and stuff. Sir, this is a Chili's. Adam Green just exit stage right on that one.
Oh my God, that might be the first time Yusuf almost caught me on a spit take. Like, Brett is usually the king of that. Holy shit. Oh God.
Sir, this is a Chili's. Oh man.
Okay. All right.
Well, you gave a good story over in the chat earlier, and it is, Mr. Ledford, it is pretty interesting considering all of you guys are on hashtag Peloton gang rolls, but I am not, which means everyone's in good shape, and I am a shape.
Sorry. You're approximately the shape of a pear.
Well, I mean, yeah, but my ass isn't going anywhere. But beers for gains, bro. What does that mean?
It's okay. He's not a pear. He's a hot frumple. Let's be honest.
Tell us more, sir.
Okay, so everybody has probably noticed that there are a lot more targeted ads that are directly speaking to the fitness community, the younger fitness community. And I just, I stumbled upon this article and I thought it was just pretty amazing because it's so smart. Like, it's the perfect time. Everybody's been trapped at home. A lot of people have had limited exposure. Exposure is definitely the wrong word. Limited access to like gyms and stuff like that. And so what do? You start thinking about working out. You can go outside again. So you're trail running, you're cycling, you're doing all this stuff, and you're saving your calories. And so the advertising is shifting to where if you're going to save your calories, like Anheuser-Busch and Miller Coors, and of course those guys who have lots of money to throw at it, they're saying like, me, like pick me when it's time to spend those calories. And like, so they've got Yusuf, I don't know if you can pull the actual like front page kind of thing.
I definitely can.
But yeah, so in the header of the article, you can see like there's a like now Michelob Ultra is doing the Ultra Beer Run, which is kind of funny, and so they're doing their thing. Budweiser, Budweiser's doing a loyalty program. Ultra's doing a loyalty program. Now I think Miller Coors is doing something too. They're doing all sorts of giveaways, but yeah, they're going straight after people who like run and hang and do all this stuff. And so it's smart. It's the right time to do it. But like the real news is that they're secretly, slowly building in these loyalty programs that you used to see at like grocery stores and stuff. And the reason for that is because we're going to be losing cookies and tracking devices on the web. And so the only way that they're going to be able to have your information and know what to do and how to market directly to you is if you sign up for Bud Bucks or Miller Miles or whatever dumb shit you decided to sign up for. Like that's the only way that they're going to be able to have access to you. So, sorry. I mean, sponsor us. I love Budweiser.
Yeah, you mean like kind of like when Camel used to give you the Camel Bucks when you'd buy cigarettes, and like
Exactly.
like the General Mills cereals had the little tabs that you'd have to take in for points or whatever.
Yeah, when they do that, like we're giving away a bar, like that's why. Like it's really, really cheap. Well, I say it's really, really cheap. I think Anheuser-Busch is giving away like $10 million worth of stuff to try to launch this out. But they're doing it because your information is gold, and that's the only way that they're going to be able to get it soon. So sign up for the devil, folks. That's the answer to this story.
Hey, Yusuf, I'd just like to thank you for putting this picture back up, because there's like, I want to do like a put 60 seconds on the clock kind of thing and make as many jokes at this as possible.
Tell you what, 60 seconds on the clock, you go.
Because I was going to say, like, this reminds me of when I go back to the gym and the 250-pound meathead gets the 90-pound girl that he's hitting on to spot him, as if the beer can is going to add anything in spotting value. Also, that beer can has clearly skipped leg day.
Sweet flabs, bro.
Sweet flabs, bro. Perfect.
I don't like this because if not for beer, my workout gains would actually matter. Like, that's just like, it's just tons. Like, you're going to work out, then you're going to drink me, and you're still going to be fat. Like, fuck you, beer. That's how you drink more.
Headline image, Chad found seltzer, forgot about beer.
Hey, you think the guy finishes his set and gets tried for murder because he takes a spotter and crushes him against his forehead?
Do you think when that guy hits on the beer can, he says, I used to lift 16 ounces, but now I upgraded to 22-ounce bombers, bro?
We should do that more often. We're good.
I'm not mad about it at all. Well, there happens to be a little bit of news that I wanted to share, but I don't think, I didn't write a banner for it.
Oh, without the banner, it never happened.
No, not the banner. Never. Great time to ask everybody what they're drinking while this happens. This is a perfect time to do it.
Hey, Adam, what do you re-beer on?
I went to Rainy Days from Dark Sky, a hazy IPA. After that 15% vanilla barrel-aged deliciousness, I figured it is a Wednesday after all. I have to work tomorrow. So, be responsible.
Fair enough.
I went for the old Quiet Life from Dark Sky as well. I was still super sad that we couldn't join you up there, but this is really good. I think this may be my favorite hazy that I've had from them outside of that crazy quad thing that Brett brought last weekend.
He brought you that was like Voyager, I think, the 14% from the Fodor. That thing is delicious.
Wait, I don't want anyone to panic, but before I move on to this story, I just wanted you guys to know I might be drinking a Michelob Ultra, but it's a goddamn Michelob Ultra seltzer.
Dude, you deserve Ramadan.
I came in hot and heavy for this episode, guys. I was just bringing it in. Brett, in case you missed it, Michelob Ultra seltzer, sucker.
I mean, you said you came ahead. It looks like you came in ultra light.
You can talk all the shit you want, guys, but the seltzer prevails, ladies and gentlemen. The seltzer doth prevail. With that being said, Boston beer stock has blown up. And there are very few times where I get to use the phrase blown up. So here we go. Boston Beer Company's stock is climbing because of what? Seltzers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was that? Let me hear that again. I'm sorry. Was it? Can anybody cue up the song Money, 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 Money? Did you guys invest in Boston Beer? Because I have helped.
Dogecoin and I lost money, so I'm done with investing in things that I don't believe in.
You should have not done that.
Hey,
Clearly.
Adam Green, you should not invest in something that starts as a joke, which is Dogecoin and seltzers.
Listen, that's a fair piece of advice. With that being said, I did, of course, have to poke fun at myself. So aside from that, there you go, guys. The Scooby-Doo, let's see who you really are. Pulling the mask off of a White Claw can, and it's a Zima. Look, I get it. It's totally fine. I know that I'm too young to have had a Zima when Zima first came out, and they were commercials in between segments of Seinfeld until they got re-released a few years ago. But I don't hate it, and they're low calorie. So,
hey, Yusuf, I'd like, if there's one thing that I've learned about the pandemic of the last year, that it is the impact on people's personal mental health. And it makes me very concerned seeing all of the sales of seltzer, because it just shows me the desperate pleas for help that so many people are having from the last 12 months of isolation. So this is a safe space.
Brett, no, we got to remember, guys, the Social Distance Drinking Club, we don't care what you're drinking as long as you're enjoying a beverage. So we can be all high and mighty, I'm drinking a 15% stout. That was delicious, and you guys should regret not being able to share it with me. Or we could be having a seltzer that used to drinking that none of us want. As long as you're drinking, whatever you're enjoying, just enjoy it. Isn't that the point? We can give you some shit, but everyone else, you're allowed to drink seltzers as long as you like them.
Well, and everybody's allowed to give everybody shit in jest. But we did say it at the beginning of this show. I think even in our first episode that we had, we said we don't care if you're drinking water, tea, coffee, beer, whiskey. We don't care. But you're here. You're joining us. It's really the social part that we're excited about. But still, I'm okay with getting made fun of for drinking a little seltzer. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's 50% social, 50% distance.
Well, I mean, I think the seltzer is definitely allowing me to keep my distance from certain people.
I read the article, or I saw it on YouTube that people you shed seltzer. Like when you drink seltzer, you shed that to people, and it's really bad.
Do you guys have your seltzer vaccine?
I have to hang out with you.
I'm just trying to figure out like who the hell do you market like Michelob Ultra Seltzer? It's like, is hiking too hard? Like, are you afraid of nature? Does beer taste too much like beer? Is 100 calories too much at a time? Do you need to drink the equivalent of 1/3 of a candy bar instead of 1/2 of one?
Here's a great piece of information since we asked
this guy. This is who you marketed to.
Oh yeah, you just say, Yusuf, there's a new flavor of cactus juice.
Oh, bug off, guys.
You marketed to the guy who spent all pandemic clearly stuck in a North Korean prison camp because he still doesn't have any goddamn art on his wall behind him.
I picked the quietest wall so nobody could ever figure out where I lived. That's why I have a very neutral color on that wall. But Cynthia, who has joined us for the first time in many months, and clearly for good reason, because you were having a damn good time at some point, said that she drank a Sprite and orange juice at her baby shower at the Golden Pineapple, which we love. That. Shout out Golden Pineapple. It's their anniversary, by the way, coming up next month, because she couldn't have a real mimosa. So.
We're getting to a point where like every other week there's going to be an anniversary for one of Justin Evans's places. Well,
I mean, there's 643 of them at this point. I'm pretty sure he owns the best restaurant down the street too. So I'm not really.
Like the banner, we'll do the fill in the blank anniversary this weekend for one of
we just had the Sleepy Whale anniversary, and now we've got the Golden Pineapple anniversary. I think we're coming up on the Silver King Smokehouse one. Tortoise's anniversary was last month, wasn't it?
If you overlay Justin Evans' kids' birthday parties and anniversary, you're never going to get a night out with Justin Evans on his calendar.
And I don't want to be fair to everyone involved, it is more than just Justin. There's an entire team behind that. Obviously, Shay over at the Tortoise. You've got people like Tony Fatika and Jimmy, and you've got Todd, and there are so many people involved in all these businesses. So shout out to all you guys, by the way. And this is just an Arizona shout out right now for those of you listening and watching. But shout out to all you guys for just successfully providing us.
Tony Fatika is his father. Call him Hot Tony.
Yeah, Hot Tony. Sorry, Hot Tony. Not Hot Chicken Tony, because that guy can't hang.
And of course, because there's always somebody.
And there's Drew with the Ren 6-year next month. By the way, I can't.
Who's Drew Cool?
Sorry, D Money. D Money.
Oh, that's D Money. Okay, yeah, okay.
D
Money. That's
Who's
okay.
that guy?
We're good.
Who's that guy? I have no idea. And on that note, stay tuned for when we launch Social Distance Drinking Club Bingo and see how many times we say Ren House in one episode.
That's actually a serious thing. We're working on bingo cards for things that we say everyone can play. There might be prizes at the end of it too, because we want to make fun of ourselves.
But I want to do it, and listen to this, in person with a live audience very soon.
I like that idea.
I've been to bingo halls, Yusuf. It's a different crowd than we usually go for.
I'm just really looking forward to geriatrics with pensions, okay? So calm down.
Bubby's going to show up with 12 different bingo cards and be punching it on every one. She's winning, man.
Charity bingo hosted by the Social Distance Drinking Club. First episode, definitely doing it at Ren House.
Hey, so speaking of not our demographic, let me be my undergrad self for a second and say I'm done with finals for the semester.
Congratulations.
Yay! I think taking 19 credit hours this semester. I think my lowest grade will be a 98. Fucking BCom. Goddamn it. But
smart face. Well, we'll celebrate that. Hopefully the beer when you come up here. And for those of you guys who had a chance to watch Kegcella, we apologize that there were some technical difficulties. We couldn't get certain things connected to give you guys the most premium of audio. And I say premium like best premium audio. You know what I'm saying? Is best audio, hi-fi. It's Fujigawa, Sony Guts. But
Sony Guts.
We will absolutely make that happen on the next one. And I mean, I've got ideas. There's always the woodshed, and we can call it woodshed stock.
Let's keep workshopping that one.
Well, help me workshop this one. We got somewhere else. Anybody got a Ren House Music Festival idea here on this one?
I mean, Tombstone does music every Friday for first Friday, or every first Friday at Tombstone North.
Tombstock. Ooh, yes.
Or you want the woodshed? Hear me out, guys. Woodstock.
You know what? That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it when Tombstone does a rye IPA and call it Rye and the Family Stone.
I think these are all good.
No, none of them are good.
We're really after that 18-year-old demographic this episode, guys.
None of these are good. I'm bringing us in nice and close. Cheers to you guys. Thank you guys for listening and watching this evening. It's been another episode of Social Distance Drinking Club, and we'll see you guys very soon. Salute, everybody. It's very nice to enjoy a seltzer. They're so good.
I have to go wash my glass now because I virtually cheers the seltzer can.